What's up, people? I cannot believe that I am back down on the floor. I'm back. Let me get this together. Okay, I am back on the floor and it feels a little weird. For some reason this morning I was like, I need to go ahead and record my next video. Got my coffee. Fancy Nespresso coffee, but this time I use it's Peet's Pods, which is really good. Anyway, my last video I talked about being in a writing program, and I want to talk about what's going on. Where am I in this book? So I'm on chapter 5. I turned over chapter 5 to my editor yesterday and it was incomplete. I knew it was incomplete. I just needed to get something to her to get her insight, make sure I'm on the right track and things are sounding right and feeling good. She gave some great critiques. This is what I really enjoy about my editor. She's very thoughtful in what she shares with me. But in the next week, I need to finish writing chapter 5. Last night, however, I spent some time working on the first chapter because she's going to go back and start doing line edits, like copy edits there. And I wanted to add some things that I was thinking about to that chapter. And then once she's done the copy editing, I'm going to make more revisions. I think there's some more things that could be said in the first chapter to help flesh out the chapter and set up the plot. But what I had been thinking about, I just finished LaSalle Sandbury's book, Blood Like Magic, and I was talking to my dad about including some social justice topics. LaSalle does it really well in this book. It's very subtle, it's not preachy at all, and it gets directly to the point. It feels good. And when I was reading it, I was like, and this is a young adult novel. This book is really good, and I think that you should read it too. Anyway, but I wanted to incorporate that element into my story, especially because it's set in Baltimore. I don't think there's any way that I could, have two Black girl lead characters living in Baltimore City and not talk about some of the issues that's happening in our communities. So I set that up in the first chapter, and it will help to carry throughout the chapter. And then, as other things come up, for instance, I think I need to include the Squeegee Boys as a part of the backdrop of Baltimore City. I think one of my characters may be, friends with one of the Squeegee Boys. I don't know, but they need to be in the book. I have a scene where there is a blackout party at the Sandlot and the cops break it up. I feel like in that scene, it could be, I want to add a lot more and just touch on some of the corruption, police corruption, and some of the violence against folks in our communities, Black folks in our communities. So that is where I am. Like I said, I'm on chapter 5. Chapter 6, probably won't start that until next week. I want to use the rest of this week and part of the weekend to finish chapter 5. And I'm moving along. I'm in a program. I mentioned that already. I'm in a program and I'm at the point where I will have the manuscript done in October. If I continue to write as much as I am, I'm a little worried. Okay, I'm a little scared. I'm supposed to have that done in October. this program that I'm in is accelerated. It's super fast, and I feel like I'm not nurturing this story enough. Excuse me. And I want to, like, I love my characters. It's a great, I think so anyway. I think it's a dope plot. I think it's a dope story. And yeah, so this program kind of speeds you through it, which is fine, because you're dumping out content and then you go back and revise. That's the writing process. Like, you don't get it out the first time. Revisions, writing happens in editing and revisions. And then at the end, we publish. So what I learned is, essentially with this publishing company, I'm not going to share with what it is just yet, is self-publishing. And I don't know if I want to go that route, because for a lot of reasons. When you're traditionally published, I think there's a lot of support with marketing, and yeah, like I was saying, with traditional publications, you're supported with marketing and you know, making a little money on that advance. May not be a lot, but you know, there's some. And I just don't want to be on the hook to do all of the marketing. I don't want to be on the hook to raise all the money to have the book printed. I want the publisher to do that, and the only way to do that is with traditional publication. No shade to self-pub. I'm okay with that, but I think I did all the work with writing, and now somebody else needs to do the work to market and print. So that's where I am with that. I figure I'm gonna get up to my manuscript. I want to revise the manuscript, work on it maybe for the rest of the year. The idea that I'm even thinking about this stuff is so bizarre. It's so bizarre. But I'm here. I'm here, and I'm excited. We'll see. My next video will be my latest reads. What have I been reading? Here's a sneak peek. I'm going to talk about some really good books that I've loved, some maybe that I'm currently reading, and yeah, look forward to that video. I don't know when it's going to be posted. Don't worry about it. It will be posted. I already have the books stacked up over here, ready to discuss them. I've been wanting to talk about them for a very long time anyway. So check me out in the next video. Bye.